What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got the Tyre Nichols update for you from the federal trial that's going on presently right now. Today's Friday. They had a delay, but I'm going to let you look at this video real quick to explain everything that happened, and I think today was basically half of the nail driven in the coffin, if you will. Take a look.
Testimony once again underway today in the federal trial of the officers charged in the Tyre Nichols beating death. But it came after a bit of a delay this morning over documents in the case. WREG's April Thompson is live at the courthouse with more on what happened.
Alex, this afternoon, finally testimony is back on, but the day started with the hearing this morning. It was over the response to resistance forms that were filled out by Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley. Now, these are forms that all officers have to fill out and complete after a use of force incident. But Haley's attorney didn't want the jury to see them, saying they are protected under Garrity rules. And that's when officers have to give statements to their department, but those statements can't be used against them, preventing them from self-incrimination. The judge took the motion to keep the forms out of this trial under advisement. But about 1 o'clock today, he ruled they would be admitted in court. And that led to the jury being brought back in and the trial resuming. The first thing prosecutors did was call back up that training expert who started his testimony yesterday, and they put up those forms for the jury to see, noting how all of the officers' forms said they used soft hand techniques on Tyre Nichols that night. But their instructor says that's not what you see on the video, and that they violated policy. They also played video showing what the officers told their supervisor when he arrived on the scene, saying Nichols got out of the car swinging at them and tried to grab one of their guns. Again, another thing the instructor said was not on the video. And that instructor was still on the stand just a few moments ago. They're analyzing the video and seeing how it compares to what is in the officers' resistance reports that they filled out. And the defense also questioned that instructor about what he said and what was in the video compared to what was on the report. Coming up on News Channel 3 at 5, you're going to hear how the defense tried to counter everything that he had to say. I'm News Channel 3's April Thompson reporting live in downtown Memphis. Alex?
Well, guys, I think it's over. These dudes look stupid. I think this is the beginning of the nail in the coffin. This is damning testimony. Now, for all you guys that didn't keep up with it or didn't understand what was going on, I'll break it down for y'all. This morning, right, the first half of the morning before recess, they had the jury come out of the thing. So the jury wasn't in there while they sat there and talked amongst themselves, the defense team, mainly Demetrius Haley's lawyer. Now, what they're doing is they don't want the response to resistant form shown. Now, if you guys been following the channel and following the story, remember they first got in trouble when, after they got done beating on Tyre, Demetrius Haley, Mr. Mouth, ran his mouth, told all those lies, all those cops that came up like it was a big war story. He was running his mouth, talking, saying all this crazy stuff like they was fighting Super Ninja and Tyre Nichols. Like they couldn't handle him. So they had to do what they did. And they almost escaped with their lives, these big dudes. You remember that. After that, they had to go and fill out response to resistance forms at the station after the harrowing ordeal. Meaning basically, why did they, every time they, a cop goes through something where they got to physically mess somebody up to apprehend them, they got to fill out the response to resistance forms. On the response resistance forms, they was lying. And this is what this video is about. The lies they told. If you pay attention, Robon Wells, shout out, Tyre Nichols' mother keeps saying in the media, I want them to get justice, and I really want people to know my son wasn't as bad as they're painting him out to be. She keeps fighting for the honor of her son and his reputation of who he was as a person, rather than what the police that killed him says he was. Now, look at the lies. We looked at the video yesterday. I got in trouble on YouTube, but it's okay. We looked at the video yesterday. Tyre Nichols, they said Tyre Nichols came out swinging. We heard who saying that? Demetrius Haley. He was the one telling the story. Other officers just sat there and looked. Tyre came out swinging, which he did not. We seen that. They used soft hand techniques. Soft hand. That's a lie. You punched him all in his head, in his face. Tried to grab Haley's gun, which Demetrius Haley was saying, and tried to grab Emmett Martin's gun. Whose mouth did that come out of? Demetrius Haley. So all in a nutshell, right before we go, this whole morning delay was because Demetrius Haley, Mr. Mouth, who ran his mouth at the thing, don't want the response to resistance forms in which those lies that I just told you are on there after people seen the first stop video yesterday. He don't want them to come out, citing the Garrity law. Remember, we went over the Garrity law, meaning when they're interviewed, they can't, what they say can't be used against them in court as fear of self-incrimination. It's too late for that. The video's out. Just the video by itself, it's over. We seen what happened, and then at the end, you lied about what happened. And it's all on video. The tape don't lie, bro. Don't lie. This whole setup, this whole delay was because of Demetrius Haley's lawyer this morning. That's all it was. He don't want that stuff shown. So what did the judge say? Okay, I'll think about it. Come back after the thing. I made my judgment. We're going to show it to the jury. Bring the jury back in. Now the jury comes back in. Now we get to the meat and potatoes of today's update. The lieutenant that trained the Scorpion team members knows all of them, trained them individually, told them what to do and do not do, which they did not do what he told them to do, took the stand again for the second day. Now, he sat up there, he talked, he finished what he was saying. Going through the video, we didn't teach this, we didn't teach that. Now, for the record, it's Friday. Tyre Nichols' parents are in Washington, D.C. at the National Black Caucus. Ms. Rovan is speaking during that engagement. So they're in Washington, D.C. now, so they weren't in the courtroom. But this is looking bad for them, y'all. This is looking, you can't look no dumber than this. It's nothing they can grab onto hope-wise that says, hey, you know what? We might have a chance to get out of this, because that tape was damning. And what was even worse, the beating was bad, but what was said after the beating. Remember I told you when they was like, we're not going to release the stuff to the public, or if we do, it's going to be certain things that we'll keep back. And remember they tried to say, oh, it's all released to the public, and it wasn't. I got the other body cam footage and stuff that came out later on after they, you know, when it was like released to the public, but the public didn't have access to it. I put it out there. These people right here is trash. These are little kids in grown men's bodies. They don't even know how to cover their own asses after doing years of stupid stuff to people in the street. This is craziness. They look like fools. They do. They look, this is as bad as you can look, guys. Don't say what we said in the interview after we got interviewed. Don't put that out there about he came out swinging. Oh, you already said it on the video. You already said it on the video. See, when something's seen on paper and then it's seen on video, and what's seen on video, which is horrific, matches what's horrific on here, but it's all a big lie, who looked bad? The one that wrote it and did it. Y'all guys. Stay tuned for an update tonight. We'll talk about the cross-examination where the defense lawyers went at the lieutenant that trained them. This is going to be interesting. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. More little piggy lies from these 3 Memphis police officers that did what they did to Tyre Nichols. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.